So we started to record. My dog's doing this. This should come with a parental advisory warning. Anyway, guys, hi. What is Surya Namaskar A, also known as Sun Salutation A or Surya A? Honestly, Henry, sorry guys. So I wanted to create this video for you guys to break down what Surya Namaskar A is. Now, if you've ever practiced Ashtanga yoga, you might remember that you do about 5 Surya A's right at the top of class, and it's a way to warm up the body and really kind of build some heat into the body. For me and the way that I teach and the people that I teach, it's a little too much to do Surya A right at the beginning. Bless you. Because the body's not quite prepared yet to work into the deep back bend of upward facing dog. So what I'm gonna do is show you what a traditional Surya A will look like, and then we'll kind of break it down and talk about ways in which you might modify. So Surya A would start at the top of the mat. You inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, chaturanga, base of the push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. It's about 3 to 5 breaths here. Bend the knees, inhale, look forwards, little jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rise to stand, reach up. Hands to prayer. So that's one round of Surya Namaskar A, and that was done to the breath, right? So as I said, some people will do 5 to 8 rounds of that to build heat in the body, but that chaturanga jump back and upward facing dog is a little bit too much right at the top of class for many people. So when you take a class of mine, you won't really see Surya A till about like 15, 20 minutes in. And usually the first couple of rounds, I slow down. So when we reach the arms up, you know, we might spend a little bit of time there. We might add on a twist or a side bend. When we come back to plank pose, we will step back and not jump back. We'd maybe do some little work here, building strength in the shoulders and the core so that eventually you can take chaturanga. We might also work these kind of low cobra variations. Lots of different variations that we can work before we'd come back into downward facing dog. Before jumping the feet forwards, we'd probably lift a leg, shake it out, step forwards, and then on the other side, step the other foot forwards. So there's lots of ways that you can play around with Surya A, but the general sequence is what I just showed you before. And it's kind of nice to know that that's what it is in its pure form. And I really like Surya A. Like, it can become repetitive, maybe you find it boring, but I view it a little bit like doing scales if you're a musician, right? It's just something you do, it's like flossing your teeth. And one of the great things about it is once you understand how that sequence works in your body, maybe chaturanga doesn't work, so you take a modified variation, maybe you skip the jump back altogether, but once you have your version down, working with the breath and moving to breath is just a really nice way to drop into your practice. So, you know, yes, there's the physical poses that are part of our practice, obviously, but it's also about kind of getting into that flow state. And when something is always new, that can be exciting, but it also requires you to be really thinking and like, oh, what's happening here? And, you know, you're really listening. When you know Surya Namaskar A, you can view it as just something that you know how to drop into. You kind of get into your breath, get into your body, flow through it a number of times. It might feel really good. And then, you know, you proceed with whatever else is coming into the practice for that day. So I hope you found this useful. If you have any questions, do feel free to reach out. You can contact me through my website or through Instagram. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video.